APC member shot dead in Lagos. A member of APC and Vice Chairman, National Union of Road Transport Workers NURTW, Samuel Kayode, popularly known as Ekpo Kinkin, has been shot dead at Agboju area of Lagos. The deceased had attended the flag off of the party's local government campaign at Oriade local development area Thursday evening. Present at the meeting were top officials of the party, among whom was chairman of the Amuwo Odofin local government area, Mr. Valentine Buraimo. Eyewitnesses said while the meeting was on, a gunshot was heard from the crowd outside. When those inside the hall rushed to find out the reason for the gunshot, Kayode was found in the pool of his blood. The bullets from the unidentified gunman as gathered hit him in the leg. The tragedy threw the entire premises into disarray as everyone took to their heels. Kayode was said to have been rushed to the Nigerian Navy Reference Hospital, Navy Town, Ojo, where he was confirmed dead. A member of the party who spoke on the condition of anonymity expressed surprise that a bullet in the leg could claim someone's life. Explaining what had happened, he said Ekpo Kinkin was a very popular person in the area. He was shot right in Oriade LCDA Secretariat close to Agboju police station. During the stampede caused by the gunshot, a man suspected to have pulled the trigger was said to have been seen walking casually out of the premises. We have lodged a complaint to the police. We hope they will fish out Ekpo's killer, sources stated. I think I repeat to the man, it's obviously sad that he's dead, but I think the key thing is that he's an APC member and he was shot while there was an APC meeting. And of course, in the area, as said in the article, this man was a very much popular man in the area. So I don't know why the man would... I mean, because he was popular, of course, that makes him an easy target. But then, it's like, who was he mixing with? Because we already know the rivalry that, the long rivalry that APC and PDP has. And so when it comes to things like this, it's a reflex reaction to just think, okay, fine, opposition party, aka PDP, would be the one to be suspected of this act. But then how do we know? Like, what was his circle like? Who did he hang out with? What was his plan? Why would he be made a target? Who was he a threat to in that area? Because what is even shocking is that it says, I'm going to read it again. During the stampede caused by the gunshot, a man suspected to have pulled the trigger was said to have been walking casually out of the premises. And it's just like, why? If you suspect that somebody pulled the trigger, why was the man not... I guess he was holding the gun at the time, and of course you're not going to go confront somebody with a gun, but why was he not sort of blocked? Or, because again, a lot of things do happen, especially like in Lagos. Let's say somebody steals something, or like the whole community would gather, even if it's to throw stones or set the person ablaze. That's obviously legal. But my point is, if you suspected that guy, like, why was a picture not taken of the guy who you suspected to have been the killer? Why was he not surrounded? Like, why was he just allowed to leave? And I think that's basically, we just raise questions. I think when it comes to things like this, now this killing is now in Lagos, because with things like this, I think it's been in other southwest states, but not necessarily Lagos. Or maybe I'm just not as aware of the things that are happening, or because again, a lot of things can happen, but it's a different thing if they're reported. There are a lot of unreported cases. So this could just be that maybe there are killings or things happening in Lagos that we just don't know about because they're unreported. Maybe that's the case. But I think this is sort of a wake-up call. An APC member is gone, and I think that's a key label to understand the severity of the situation. But again, I think it just puts things into perspective again, that we have to be on our toes, and things are also happening in some states where you might assume that it's the safest. Somebody here says, Lagos State needs to cancel all these union manning motor parks in Lagos. These members of the unions are mostly thugs which should be discarded in the mega city. Police escorts should be removed from all politicians because they are the ones encouraging and breeding all these hooligans. It's not even that. It's like in a situation like this, we don't need to hear that this man is dead and that's the news. We should hear that there are investigations going on. We should hear that the police was called, whatever emergency number that Nigeria has, whatever combination it is. We need to hear that they were called. Because again, in this situation, we have lodged a complaint to the police. Excuse me. That is literally what is in the article. It says, we have lodged a complaint to the police. We hope they fish out Ekpo's killer. What? You lodge a complaint? Like, this is not... Someone has died. We're not complaining here. Like, this is more intense than a complaint. How do they take you seriously? Because the first reaction would be, call the police, call the ambulance. But then again, lack of infrastructure, lack of everything. We're just so disorganized. The man could have been saved, because I'm like, a shot in the leg. I'm not really sure that should take you out. So there must have been time, because even in the article it says that, it's shocking that a shot in the leg will take you out that quickly. But there must have been time. Let's say, give it, I don't know, 5 minutes. I don't know how gunshots work. But I'm just saying that in the space, because we're talking about lives here. Again, every second is important. And with the proactivity of how ambulances and emergency services work, or how they should work in a country, this man could have been saved, and that would have just been it. So again, we should, the things that we should be hearing is not just the news. Like, it's sad, of course, but when it's making news, when it's on news platforms, we should be hearing things like investigations have gone on, we have this suspect, that suspect, and that's how it's meant to be. So yeah, and I'm like, are you sure the police is going to take it seriously? Someone says this must be related to the office that he occupies. Well, nobody's safe in Nigeria anymore. And I think, to be honest, the key part, like, people are dying every day, not to, undermine what has happened here, but people are dying every day. What makes this different is that he's an APC member. Therefore, it is safe to assume that he has opposition, of course. And because of his position, as somebody has said, and because of the people he may roll with and his circle, and being popular as well does not help. Again, makes him an easy target. Someone says it's his PDP members that shot him. If care is not taken, the road transporters will take over the political space in Lagos, and it will be too late for politicians to recover. Do you think so too? Put what you think about this, and don't forget to like and subscribe.